Isto é para avançar, né?
Isto é para avançar.
É o de baixo.
Ok. Se calhar vou para este lado. Posso começar? So, good afternoon, everyone. We are here today to present you our project. We are the team Dustbusters, and our sponsors are Mirka and Safera. So, starting introducing you our main problem, I believe that all of you have been in a wood workshop or in an industrial environmental, so I have to say to you that there you have an invisible threat that is a really big danger. And I'm talking about the fine dust particles. These fine dust particles slowly accumulate in our lungs and it causes serious health problems. And the most challenging part is the workers don't realize it until it's too late. So that's how our team become together with one goal: to protect the workers through a smarter and a real-time dust monitoring. We are a diverse team, a diverse group of engineers, designers, marketeers, and we have this collective goal. We are also the team Dustbusters. Related to our solution, the personal dust monitor is a wearable device. It's a B2B sales. It's for the hardwood and silica dust exposure and also the data accuracy, because we want the data collected to be as real as possible. Also, it's for the professionals in the construction industry. In general, we want to do a product that is really intuitive and easy to use. Before we start our construction, we went on the file to talk with workers, and this is some pictures of the workers that we talk, and we could understand that they gave us some good insights for our product design, the design of the interface, and here we have like a resume of these insights. The pain points: we have the long work days, the lack of ventilation, and also the uncomfortable safety equipment, since especially here in Portugal, they don't really use it because of the uncomfortable. And also, in the other hand, we have some motivations related to the dust monitors. They will use it if the product have a fair and a reasonable price, if the product not interfere with their work, and also if the data and the mobile app is easy to use and intuitive.
After conducting a lot of analysis that help us identify not only, after conducting a lot of analysis that help us not only identify not only identify what set our dust monitor apart, but also a potential hurdle, and a future pathway growth for us industry safety market, giving us a positive and a negative perspective. For the positive perspective, we have the modular wearability, a real-time monitoring. Our product is built for a harsh environment and also have a system integration. For the negative perspective, we have the industry resistance. Some of the traditional workplaces might get resist for this new tech. We have the high initial cost, the privacy sensitive, and also the battery and maintenance loaded. Our market strategy for a safer tomorrow is for help to understand that our product ecosystem goes beyond a single device. Also includes a high accuracy personal air quality monitor, a dedicated mobile app, and also a cloud service for the companies. Our price strategy, it was estimated for 500 to 800 euros, per device, which help us to grow value, and while acknowledging that the economic reality for both large enterprises and small business. For the placement strategy, we decided to focus our distribution strategy on trusted industry channels such as direct sales, webinars, and trade exhibitions with live demos, and also Mirka distribution channel.
So we developed two different product concepts. The first one is the headphones. This idea was to put the particle sensor inside of the structure. This makes a multifunctional device that combines functionality and comfort for the users.
And right here we have our first prototype. This is the first time we actually put the sensor inside a pair of headphones. As you can see, the weight is distributed more or so evenly. And in the second prototype, we wanted to try to decrease the weight in each one of the earmuffs.
And finally, we have our final prototype, which we have here in physical form. The shape was slightly increased for the better functioning of the components inside, and the curve allowed a better hand placement for the test it out.
Okay, and for our second concept, we wanted our sponsors to have two options they can choose from, or maybe even both. So we also had this clip-on device because after our user research, we found out that plenty of the users prefer an object you can actually put in anywhere in your body. So that's why we kept with this concept.
And here we have our first prototype with a very initial form. But after many studies and user tests, we arrived at two different shapes that we present as our future proposals. The first one have a more round shape and offer protection only on critical contact points. And the second have a more rectangular shape with a rubber cover that protects all the edges of the product.
And this right here is our mobile app for the workers. As you can see, there are plenty of indicators of how the dust exposure is going. You also have a heat map of how your dust exposure is going in the last couple of days. And if this would go, okay, I skipped a part. Okay, and this one is for the managers. As you can see, they can see each one of their workers' exposures, and it's quite intuitive and easy to understand. They also have a function where they can use individual reports for each one of their workers. They can submit it to the entities that need to see these types of documents. And there's also a few recommendations for when high dust exposure is reached. It tells you exactly where it happened, at what time, and the dust exposure for that particular time. It's pretty accurate as well.
So this is our final product, the headphones and also the clip-on device. And aqui, tá bem, tá ao contrário, pronto, desculpem, sorry. Ok. Como é que se volta daí? Isto não funciona. Tem quanto? Pega tu, vais pisar tu. And okay, and this is our stand for the final gala, starting with our problem, the marker's conclusion, the design process, and also our solution. If you're interested in more information, we have the QR code for our website. Thank you for your attention. We're the Team Dustbusters.
Thank you, team, for the presentation. Any questions for the Mirka Safera team? Também podem ser em português.
Can you increase the size of the headphones?
Yes.
It's smaller?
Smaller, it
lighter.
damage the performance of the components inside. But we try a little bit, and the company already starts to develop a new sensor that increase the size.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Hi. Did you have the opportunity to test with real workers, and what was the feedback?
We did have the opportunity to test with actual workers. They were positively inclined towards the product. They really liked it. Some of them didn't really like the whole price thing because it's a bit of a pricey product, but it's worth it for the companies and the workers.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Any other question? No? So, thank you.